Oh my God. That's a lot of people. I was getting the post out still. Damn. All right, let me invite you, co-host. Mm-hmm. All right, Teresa invited as a co-host. I wonder if there's anyone else I should invite. I'm still getting the post out to our community. See who joins. You guys are a lovely bunch, man. It's beautiful to see. All right. Waiting for my co-host to get in as well. The invite is out. You can join whenever you want, Teresa.
Hey everyone,
Hey,
how are you?
what's up? I was about to ask you the same question. I'm good. I'm just eating an apple.
Well, enjoy.
One apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Exactly.
So it's Teresa Liebchen. Is that how you pronounce it?
Liebchen, yeah. That's like the German word for darling or sweetheart. There's like a whole long story behind it.
I thought that
It's
was
a
their actual surname.
no, it's a nickname. So it's because German is my first language. But also in the film The Witches, the Grand High Witch has got a cat named Liebchen, so it does just work really well.
Okay. It's a reference on top of a reference on top of another
Exactly.
reference. Amazing. You're Austrian?
Yeah, exactly. But
You said German's your first language. I was looking at the flags and I was like, that could only be the flag of
yeah,
Austria.
yeah, exactly. And then I moved to England like 10 years ago. Actually, 10 years ago tomorrow, funnily enough, to study. And since then, I've kind of like been splitting my time between Austria and England.
Okay, happy 10 years of England tomorrow.
Thank
Merry 10
you.
years of England. National holiday, guys.
Right, yeah, actually, do you know what the thing is? If that didn't happen, if I didn't go to England 10 years ago tomorrow, then this collection might not, be happening because I actually met Nate, our co-founder, the Witch co-founder, literally
Yeah.
on that day tomorrow 10 years ago.
My God. In
So it's kind of like, it was destined to be this collection. And also,
Yeah.
do you know what else is funny? We went to
What?
the University of Winchester, but actually we can call it the University of Winchester.
Ha! The University of Winchester. That's dope. Right? And here I was thinking that England hated crypto. How wrong was I?
I mean, here in Austria, because I'm currently in Austria, like there's
Yeah.
barely anyone who does, like actually, talk about it. I literally know two people. Actually, I just met someone yesterday in our Discord who's not just from Austria, but actually from my hometown, which is so funny. But in general, there's more people in England than there here in Austria that I know, at least, that are into crypto. But I started out in NFTs, so I went to loads of NFTs, NFT events in London, 2 years ago.
Yeah, which was funny because like Austria, isn't Austria like supposed to be the home of laissez-faire and the whole free market thing? It feels like the Europeans don't like crypto that much.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Yeah, I can't even bring it up here. Most people are just like, no, it's a scam.
It's a scam and the government should tax you 99% for it.
Yeah.
Hmm. We're just about getting ready to start. Now, do you want me to add the Taproot Witches as a co-host as well?
You could do, yeah, if you
They're gonna
want.
speak as well?
Probably not, but just have them on there, so like people can get the notification, then we can have more
Okay.
people listening.
Yes,
If you
okay.
want that.
Yeah, I'm inviting. Nah, I want less people. People bring too much. I'm an introvert, guys. Come on.
Me too.
Well, two birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
I was trying to find my co-host here, my friend, but like I can't find him. There's way too many people. I forgot his nickname. How terrible of a friend am I? You don't. All right. I'll get. He'll message me, I'm sure, telling me his name if he's listening. So I think we can get started. All right. So we're here today with the Taproot Witches with their main gal, Theresa Liebchen, which means darling, and in German, I'm told. So
Yes.
Theresa Darling for the English speakers. And we're at runesland. We're a platform for minting runes, and in the future ordinal collections, we'd be thrilled to host the witches, the 3333 collection. That's a very lucky number, by the way. And that's it. As the first thing, I like Theresa to introduce the Taproot Witches.
Sure. So, well, the Taproot witches are, yeah, like you said, 3,333 witches permanently
And
inscribed.
runes. Don't forget about the runes.
Yes, permanently inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain, and yeah, we have two runes that have kind of been blowing up recently.
Yeah. Say that again.
So there's It's a Full Moon, and Max Melange. And yeah, It's a Full Moon is basically kind of like the main rune of our project. We inscribed our first witch, the grandparent witch of the whole collection of like everything that we do with this project, at 900,000 inscriptions back in April last year. So we were quite early. Wanted to get it in, like before 1 million, and we didn't even realize, that you were going to be able to do parent-child pronouns, but we just wanted to get the first one in so we can say we have like a sub 1 million collection. but
Yeah.
then it was actually just like really amazing that parent-child came out, because no, it works perfectly now. And obviously the moon and crypto, they're just connected, just they have like a, because obviously, we're going to the moon and all that.
Yeah.
And
LFM.
yeah, exactly. So we kind of just thought, because witches are magical and the moon is kind of magical, that, they could go together. And that's why when we did our first inscription, we just like wrote it. Well, I wrote "It's a full moon" on there, on the witch. And that just worked so well. It's kind of like our catchphrase now. And when runes came out, we were like, well, we need to do like something to do like a rune with the witches. And then we were like, obviously we're gonna call it "It's a Full Moon" because that just like makes so much sense.
So you did it without the little dots at first? So it's a full moon.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's literally how it's written on your profile picture.
Yes.
And the Taproot Witch's profile picture.
Yeah. And it was like, like it was perfect. We had some other ideas for like, runes names, but we were like, no, this just like makes so much sense, because as soon as you like look at it, like on the first grandparent inscription, it's literally on there. But then also, it just makes so much sense, because hopefully the project is gonna, go to the full moon.
Yeah.
And we are all about the moon. The moon is our utility. Because actually the actual collection, the Taproot Witches, they are actually lunar calendars. So even the people in our community, every time I say this, they're like surprised, because I don't know why. It's like they've not heard about it, because we haven't, although we have shared it like on the website and stuff. But yeah, no, it's like something that hasn't really been done before, because we are kind of like we have like moons in the backgrounds of the witches, and they change dynamically according to the moon cycle, to the real moon cycle,
That's like the ordinal NFT?
Yeah.
Oh god. So you guys are like astrology girls and boys.
Well, so here's the thing. I find it like fascinating, but I'm not like crazy into it. But you know, like everyone knows about the moon. Everyone knows like, you know, the full
Yeah.
moon, and there is something about it. And in really, like I was talking to my grandparents, was it yesterday, I think? And my grandpa, he really likes like foraging for mushrooms and stuff in summer, and I normally go with him
Yeah.
every summer. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we need to go like look for mushrooms next week. That's when the full moon is. That's when the mushrooms are supposed to grow the best." And I just thought that was so funny because obviously like my grandparents don't know, you know, like anything about what I'm doing with this
Like, it's a
collection.
full moon. Let's grab some
Yeah,
mushrooms.
exactly. It was so funny. I actually like I had to laugh because that was so on brand when he said that. So you know, there's like obviously something magical happening with that, but everyone, it's not like, you know, you don't really like need to be crazy into like astronomy really to really you know, understand the
Yeah,
moon.
yeah. I don't think it's
So
nothing crazy. It's very
exactly,
fascinating. The moon fascinates everyone, just like you said, and the
yeah,
moon's very connected to the crypto people.
yeah,
So like, it's natural that it's a full moon with moon.
exactly. I mean, we didn't expect it to go like this. So we did we kind of like when was it? So the Bitcoin conference in Nashville was like in July. So, and like 1.5 weeks before that, I think we made the rune. It's a full moon, and well, it was like we did it in the evening. Well, I didn't do it. You know, I'm not the technical person.
Yeah,
I'm just like the artist and stuff.
yeah.
But so Nate, he did it, and it didn't work, right? In the like because it got stuck in the mempool, and this was in the evening, and then he was like texting me. It was actually crazy because everything just fits so well. Everything fits so perfectly. We were like, we need to get this room. Like we need to just make it work because like it couldn't be more perfect. And then he almost gave up. He was like, if we are not gonna get this, I'm just gonna like leave crypto. And I was like, are you serious?
Oh my god. Yeah, a little bit of drama keeps things spicy.
Exactly, I'm spicy, exactly. and then I was just like, you can't say that, you know, we've been working on this collection for like, you know, over a year. And then I had to go to sleep because it was quite late. I went to sleep, woke up the next morning in the group chat, in our team group chat, with a message from Nate saying, oh yeah, it actually went through. You know, we can mint it now. And then Joe was like, so our another team member was like 3 hours later, he was like, oh yeah, and it minted out. And that's what I
Like
woke up
3 hours
to.
later.
Yeah, I
And
fell asleep and like I went to sleep thinking it was stuck in the mempool, and I woke up with the whole thing like having minted out.
you couldn't even get a little bit to yourself. Wow.
No, it was crazy. And we were just like,
That's
who are those people? Like, what is happening? And so, because obviously, so what we did is we made rune on our like a witch, you know, and that
yeah.
is gonna be the, so it's like a, so that's a, so we got the grandparent witch, obviously, that was inscribed in last year, and then we got the parent witch, and that is also the rune. So it's kind of perfect to tie everything together, and
Yeah.
people then obviously saw that it was minting, and they you know, connected it because we had the website on the actual thing, you know, it says taprootwitches.com. So people kind of connected it. They saw the website. It wasn't completely finished at the website, but they saw it and they were like, okay, that has potential. And that's why it, you know, kind of
And this was back in
minted out.
August, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah, exactly. It was at the end of August. Yep.
Like,
Just,
so runes kind of started at the Haven, right, in April.
yeah.
So you guys, from what I heard, you were actually creating something before that, like from ordinals.
Yeah, so because obviously we have been working on the actual or
The
like Ordinal's
collection,
collection, yes, since
but the runes
since
came first.
yeah. So we just knew we wanted to do something with the runes. Obviously the collection, we've been working on that for ages. And then when we knew we were going to go to Nashville, for the conference, we thought, let's make this rune and let's kind of use that, as an incentive for people. We were going to say if they mint it, but obviously then that was too late by the time we went to Nashville.
Yeah.
But we were going to say if they mint it, they get like a spot on our whitelist for our Ordinals collection. And this way we just wanted to see how the interest, like how many people would be interested and stuff. So we kind of, we did that. Then obviously when we went to, Nashville, we had to kind of tell everyone they had to buy it on the secondary market if they wanted to. But it was basically like, it's basically nothing, obviously. Cause after it minted out, there wasn't really like too much activity yet because we hadn't really done anything. Yeah. We hadn't posted it anywhere. It was just like a hot room, but while it was minting, and then it just like, so we showed some people and they, obviously they saw like the potential of everything. So they kind of, we had some that bought in the secondary market. And then, it kind of just went crazy once we actually announced the actual Ordinals collection, which was, on the last, full moon. And
on the last full moon.
Yeah, so because every time like we have like a big announcement
on a blue super moon, nonetheless, I think.
Exactly, and like
was
was like the 19th of August, and then now on the 18th of September is gonna be our launch for the Ordinals collection.
Which is also full moon. I wonder. I think.
So it's also a super moon. The next and
like super blue full moon.
Well. Not blue, just a super.
Blue is. I think blue is way too rare.
Yeah, right. And then also it's like a partial eclipse as well. So there's a lot of magical stuff happening. So we couldn't have chosen a better time really to. Well, when it comes to like the moon, we couldn't. I
wonder how the devs have a pretty clear deadline for everything. Okay, so this is the full moon. This is the next one. You got to get everything done by then.
Exactly, and
I guess the moon helps in a way, right?
Yes, because this is like what we have planned for like the future in general for the collection. One of the things, we've got many things planned, but like one of the things is that the full moon will always like play a part. So every month we gonna make like a big announcement on the full moon. So it really keeps us accountable as a team as well to really like work.
You owe it to the moon, man.
Yeah, and it also, I feel like it'll help with like the collection. People are not gonna really wanna, people gonna wanna keep the witches, because they kind of they want to see what's gonna happen next month. And the month after that, and the month after that.
On every single full moon.
Yes.
Until the day we die.
Exactly. But hey, listen, also, because our code that we have, our custom code that we inscribed, that actually makes it work, like syncs the ordinals to the moon. That actually predicts exactly like the moon phases and when the moon changes, the lunar cycle.
The NFT, right?
Yeah. Well, the code predicts the lunar cycle exactly for the next 2,000 years. So, but obviously
so that's the timeline for after 2,000 years, guys. You're gonna need new code. I wonder.
Yep.
I'm hoping. So like. Okay, so the Taproot Witch is like way earlier than runes, and you guys have been working on it for a while. So how did it actually like start? Usually I like to start out AMAs with those questions. Like, how do you guys meet?
And I was just talking all over the place.
No, I like it. I like it. You're like one of our best guests, so keep talking.
All right then. So yeah. Yeah, like I said before, like in the beginning, I've been like in crypto, I think since like 2020. End of 2020.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Crypto bros and sisters.
And then, yeah, I mean, I've been like an illustrator, for like a few years before that. And then, Nate, who's my best friend, he, kind of has always been like into crypto, or like interested by it. And he was never like 100% convinced really by NFTs on Ethereum. But then, when that kind of like started booming around that time, he was like, yeah, like you should make an NFT collection. And I was just like, what on earth is this? Like, I don't understand it, like please don't make me do that.
So you had to convince Nate to start NFTs.
No, he had to convince me.
Oh, hey, it's the other way around. Okay, I got everything.
Yeah.
I got it twisted.
I didn't understand any of it. And how the blockchain works. It was always so funny every time he'd bring up.
And like you're Austrian, like, so there's the natural suspicion of crypto that comes.
Yeah.
With the crib.
Definitely. He was just like, so the blockchain, and I would just be like rolling my eyes, and I'd just be like, no, please stop.
Please stop. I'm gonna call the cops on you.
So yeah, it definitely took like a while for me to kind of grasp the concept of it. And so then I wanted to launch one NFT collection on Ethereum, and we were gonna launch it at the end of 2022. But then obviously literally around the time where the whole crash happened, so we kind of put it on a back burner. And then ordinals, started at the beginning of last year. And Nate has always been like, like I said, not really, not convinced by NFTs because they were on Ethereum. But then as soon as we kind of realized that, ordinals, they are on Bitcoin is the mother chain, we have to do something. We have to do some kind of collection. Then he had to figure out how to, inscribe. And then, again, I was not convinced because obviously the crash happened before that on Ethereum. So, and I'd been working on our project before that we wanted to launch on Ethereum for ages. So then, because the crash happened,
I heard there's a lot of people making noise outside.
Because if the crash happened, I was not convinced by crypto at all anymore. But then Nate found the Taproot Wizards, and he was like, trust me, like this, you're gonna like this, because it's got to do with magic, and me, liking Harry Potter. And
that's why the Dumbledore appears in the manifesto.
Yep. and everything. So it was like, okay, maybe that's something that's like interesting. And Bitcoin, it's quite magical itself. So
you liked Bitcoin more than Ethereum already.
Yeah. Yes. And even more so now after I've been.
Now you got even more reason to love Bitcoin.
Yeah, and it kind of is like the only chain that matters really. So then, we especially when we went to Nashville and met so many like-minded people, because I was at many NFT events before, and I didn't really get along with people too much in Ethereum, but in Bitcoin, we had so much fun and made so many great connections in Nashville, and now obviously in our community, I can't say everyone, but most people are really nice. And,
most people are really nice. I feel a horror story coming on.
No, just, obviously there's gonna be, I wasn't prepared for, if there's like a hype project, I wasn't prepared for, first of all, the hype itself like this, but I also wasn't prepared, for, the FUD, and people were saying when I first did the first two spaces, like in the first week after announcing the project, and when full moon went crazy, people were saying to me on the space, like, be prepared, people are gonna like FUD, people are gonna hate and stuff. And I was just like, really? I didn't expect it, because I didn't expect this to be as big as it is now. But yeah, now I've experienced it now. Yesterday was not a good day in our Discord. But
Oh God.
we move on, and now, everything's fine again.
Everything's fine again. And
Yes.
nothing was fine yesterday, but it's fine now.
Yes.
Okay, good.
You kind of have to deal with that, I guess. The more eyes you got on a project.
Yes, the more famous you get, the more hate you get. And
Famous,
I'm
yeah.
wondering, like, because it's still rather rare that you have a woman fronting a project in crypto, especially in some. I think Bitcoin is a bit more liberal than Ethereum in a way. There's more women on Bitcoin from what I've seen. But how is the experience of being a female founder in crypto? Like going to these conventions as a woman. How was it?
Oh, well, yeah, there weren't that. Yeah, well, actually, so my first Bitcoin event was last year in Amsterdam, and yeah, there weren't that many. I think there was like maybe, yeah, I couldn't even tell you how many percent, but like not that many. And then
You counted it like on your two hands or something?
yeah, basically
My God,
at that
man.
one event that I was at, and then in Nashville though, I was quite surprised because there were quite a few that I had already kind of connected with in like on Twitter here, because they're like the ones that like they do stick out and they do a lot. And obviously there's Erin,
Yeah.
and we actually, so I was at the Nate and I, we were part of the Bitcoin Startup Lab last year in summer with Taproot Witches, and Erin was there and she did like a lecture, and after that I reached out to her because it was like, she's like a woman in the space, and
Yeah.
with her being into astrology and astronomy, she was kind of like the perfect person to talk to about the witches. And so she was one of the first people to actually know about the collection. This was when we only wanted to do like the full moon appearing when there's a full moon, and that's it. And then afterwards, the idea developed, and now it's like, the whole lunar cycle. And Erin was the first one that I asked to be like if she wants to have an honorary witch, because 13 is a magical number for us. There's 13 million, it's a full moon. There's 13 witch commandments, and there's 13 honorary witches, and they all go to girls and women in the space exclusively. We don't want to,
Okay.
it's not like we're discriminating, but we do want to kind of, because I'm obviously a girl myself, I want to highlight those girls and women that have done a lot in space. So there's like Erin, for example, and she was the first.
I think yeah. It's less about discrimination. It's more about like valuing.
One,
Because,
and
it's not a lot.
yes.
Yeah. It's not a lot of women in the space,
And,
so you gotta value that.
Yeah. And I mean, I have, the support has been great, since launching, and it's just funny, when I'm in a Discord. Well, it's mainly also because people just can't be bothered to read my name in a Discord.
So they're surprised.
Just realize that so then they just call me like sir, but it's like, yeah, you call someone bro, that's like whatever, in the crypto space, but like that they really don't realize that I'm actually a girl, and they're all like really surprised, new people in the Discord. But it has now that we've been in the project, like that we've been building the community for a while, it is known that
It
I
is
am actually a
known.
girl.
I was actually guilty of that, because like when I first reached out to the Taproot Witches, they sent me and your nickname, and okay, should I DM him? And then they were like her, and then I looked at it again. I was like, Teresa. Oh, so I thought it was like the Riza or something, not Teresa. And I was like, okay. So yeah, so basically my suspicions were kind of correct that Bitcoin has more women than Ethereum and other chains. At least more women of prominence, right?
Yes, and also, do you know what? It's just hard in general, isn't it? In the space, you just never know if you do actually talk to a woman, or like to a woman or to a man, because of all our weird profile pictures.
Yeah. And names,
So
sometimes
I
names are
get
very
that it is.
unisex.
Yeah, exactly. I get that sometimes it's hard. Um, and yeah, no, it has been, like in our server, I actually just like in our Discord server before this space, I actually said, I had this idea a few days ago and I haven't really brought it up yet in the Discord, but I was like, I want to make, a channel just for us girls so we can hang out.
Yeah.
Because there are quite a few, but you know, there's a lot of guys in the, which, you know, we love the guys. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously.
It's nice
We,
to have a
we love,
space full of only your gender sometimes. I get it.
yeah. And when I brought that up, all the girls were like, yes, please do that so we can have some girl talk.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna literally do that like later today.
Yes, the witch's
So
corner.
we can come together. Yes. Yeah, I'll call it that. Thank you for the idea.
All right, this is just one Bitcoin for the idea.
Oh, great.
We can give you one. It's a full moon. It's all right. It's all right. It's gonna be worth
All
one
right.
Bitcoin
Okay.
eventually. I hope.
I was gonna say I could give you a witch as well.
All right. I can be. Can I be part of the girl club as well?
I don't know about
Damn it.
that.
All right. No problem.
Yeah, I want some witch as well. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Hey,
I
hey
forgot to
guys.
introduce. This is Jason, my
Yeah,
co-host.
yeah, I have a question. Teresa, your project is amazing. You are a real community leader, so you're the face of the project, and this is very nice. I just want to say that your website looks amazing. It's such a unique creative art style. And there's some nostalgic vibe too. There's a page to paint, right? So
Yeah.
it's very cool. So my question is about this. Are you the designer, and where comes this inspiration? Because I think the success of your project, it's a lot because of this art, right?
Sorry, because of what?
Does
Are
the
you the
art?
designer, in
Oh,
where
yeah.
comes the
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
inspiration?
Oh, yeah. I am the illustrator of the witches. Yes, and the inspiration. Obviously, we were inspired by the Taproot Wizards. You know, the Ordinals collection that still hasn't launched yet.
Just like you guys that still haven't launched.
But and I wanted to do obviously something for the girls, and so it just made sense to do Taproot Witches. And I actually the first witch that I drew, which is now the Parrot Inscription, I did that so fast because we wanted to get it in before 1 million inscriptions. So I was just like, obviously we were trying to optimize it. That's when recursion didn't exist yet. So we wanted to make sure that the whole collection, because we didn't know how many we were going to do and everything. You know, imagine if we wanted to do like 10,000 back then. If we did like a big file, it would have cost, like big files, it would have just cost so much. So we wanted to really optimize it. And we now have the benefit of obviously being able to do so much more with so many more different features and crazy you know, like colors, crazy like patterns because of recursion and because we optimized the file size to make it really small. This is why the style is the way it is, kind of like, you know, paint style and a little bit pixelated, and it kind of gives it like this unique kind of charm. People do just seem to love it. They think the witches are really cute. And another thing that's really cool is because they are quite easy to, you know, to draw. Now, all the people in our community, they have started creating fan art for the witches. It's like all over my timeline on Twitter.
A lot of kids
And
too.
yes, exactly. Yeah, right. It is just really like appealing to everyone.
It
And
is.
so we talked about this like months ago, the team, how that was such a good decision to make them quite simple but like really cute. And now we see it because everyone is just coming up with their own creations and the witches, they look like amazing. Some of the people have created like amazing ones. But yeah, that the inspiration
Yeah, very
was
nice.
basically that we wanted
It's
to
beautiful.
to do.
So yeah. By the way, just a quick shout out to Mary Grace 0335. Apparently it's her birthday. So happy birthday to Theresa's sister.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday! Yeah, and remember to touch moss, everyone. I love that
Yeah.
manifesto part. I was gonna ask about the manifesto part, like, where do you guys come up with that stuff, man? Relax, it's only magic.
Well, we've just been, collecting kind of sayings
Wisdom.
and yes, exactly, of what we wanted to, just the vibes that we wanted to, which is to have, magical and fun. And over the past year, Brady, we have a whole like master document where we just write down all our ideas and sorry, 1 second.
The mega scroll of the witches, where you just write up everything,
Yes,
the lore
yes,
and everything.
yeah, and then yeah, we just went from there. We have loads of sayings. We are actually going to create a Wiktionary on our
Oh,
website. So, and where people can add to it as well their own little sayings and magical things, because it's not just about the Taproot Witches and about It's a Full Moon. It's about the whole like universe that we are building in the future, because we have big plans.
well, the witch that keeps on giving.
I
So,
like that.
the witch that keeps on giving. Um,
Yeah.
so I was gonna ask, so you guys grew like very fast, like scarily fast. I remember when I messaged you guys, you might have had like 2 to 3,000 followers, and I was like 14K. And I can tell it's organic just because of the amount of
Yeah.
people you pack the place with. And the amount of people in the Discord active at all times, like there's voice chats going on at every time. So
Yeah.
it's really impressive. And you guys have a connection with the Taproot Wizards, right?
Um,
Thing.
yeah, so we are not like, officially affiliated, but I have worked with the Wizards. Earlier this year, because obviously I've been, like in the community and been engaging with them a lot. Obviously, I did a wizard shower as well.
Yeah.
Don't go looking for that now on my Twitter, please, because it's embarrassing. But and I've done like some illustrations, like fan art, yeah, I guess, for them. Actually, my pin tweet, it shows like one of the fan arts that I did in January. Sorry, can you guys hear
I
me?
think he died. Uh, I don't know, but I I think he's returning. So, uh,
What do you guys? What's going
yo,
on?
are you there?
Hi.
Hi,
What
are you
happened? I
okay?
was I was here the entire time.
You you just
What going
made
on?
a weird noise, like oh.
Oh, oh, I was literally like it's telling her to go, to go on. Like, yeah, I'm listening. I guess that came out wrong.
Oh,
It came out through the wrong pipes.
oh.
I don't know.
Uh,
Just keep going. I distracted you with my weird noises.
it's fine. Yeah, so that's pinned on my Twitter now. Still, yeah, like a drawing that I did for the Wizards, like just for fun, from like about the whole last year, stuff that they've like
I dig it.
achieved.
I dig it.
And then there was the Quantum Cats, to get a Quantum Cat, the quest to create educational material about OpCat, and you could do it in teams. So I and Nate, we did a book, like a children's book, inspired by the Cat in the Hat, and we called it OpCat in the Hat. And
Oh,
I did all the illustrations for that, and it actually came out really cool, I have to say.
yeah.
I might be biased, but and that's kind of what really got the attention from the Wizard team. And that's when Fire, he followed me and he messaged me and he was like, "Oh my god, we should work together on something in the future." And I was like, I mean, yeah, that'd be cool,
Yeah.
but I didn't think
Played
anything
it
would come
cool.
of it.
Played it cool. I dig it.
Yeah, and then like in March, I just got this random message from Udi, and like on Twitter, and he followed me, and he was just I don't remember what he said, but I didn't. Yeah, I thought it was like a misunderstanding. I took a screenshot, I sent it to Nate, and I was like, why is Udi messaging me? He thought I was joking. He thought I was trying to mess with him. But yeah, because it was so out of nowhere, like completely random. But yeah, they'd been working on this white paper, and they wanted it to be illustrated like a kid's book. And they remembered that what I'd done with the Quantum Cat quest, and they really liked it. So they asked me if I could help them with some stuff for the white paper. But I ended up I did like a sample page. They ended up liking it so much they just asked me to do the whole book, and so I did 13 pages, 12 pages and the cover. I was working like 3 weeks straight. I remember I'm working on the iPad. I illustrate on the iPad, and my screen time was at almost 19 hours on average per day.
19 hours.
Because I was
Jesus Christ, man.
yes.
Yeah, that's a hard working person. I literally just saw a video the same in March, right, where you started working with them.
Yeah.
I just saw a video of you taking a shower in a full witch costume with the Bitcoin logo.
Stop it.
Okay, so that was the start of it. That was the start of it. Oh, yeah, it's too late for that. And I already looked. Oh, I saw the cat and the sats thing. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. I recommend you guys to go to her profile and look at her media. You're going to find basically the whole thing. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, I have another question. Talking about magic, Teresa, what's your sign in your Hogwarts house?
What's your star sign?
I'm an Aquarius, and
you sound like one too.
Do I?
Yes, my sister's an Aquarius. I would know.
Okay. So is that a good or bad thing then?
It's very good. I love my sister.
Okay.
She's a very cool person. Oh God. Okay.
Police is coming to get you, Rooney.
So what was it? Oh yeah. And Gryffindor is my Hogwarts house.
Yeah.
So every time I do time I do Sorting Hat quiz, it's Gryffindor is the result that I get most, and then the second result would be Ravenclaw. So those are Gryffindor is what I get most.
That's courageous and big brain.
That's why you are the leader.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I know why. We can say we can tell.
Yeah,
you're leading a project like a Gryffindor would.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So I think I don't know if you would. There's also the question of like, okay, so you guys grew a lot. You guys got the attention of the Taproot Wizards. And, I mean, it's not fully affiliated, but it's pretty cool, right? It makes sense that it would be kind of part of the same universe in a way.
Yeah, universe. Yeah. So they are because obviously I had worked with them previously before we officially announced the collection on Twitter. I made sure to, because I'm still in a group chat with them from working together with them. So I messaged the group chat, and I wanted to be transparent. I was kind of dreading it a little bit, how Udi can get sometimes.
Oh God.
But they love it. They were all like, oh yeah, no, we really stoked about the moon phases, and Udi was like, love it. How can I get a witch? So sorry.
You won his heart. You won his hearts and minds.
Yeah.
With witches.
Amazing. Yes. And so obviously we kind of, we're not affiliated, but we have kind of the support, and we we're kind of like counterpart, aren't we? They are wizards, we're witches.
Yeah, it makes sense. And remember, wizards cannot exist without witches.
Exactly.
And that's part of the manifesto, by the way.
Yep.
And I think I also wanted to ask about how did the whole spice melange thing came to be? Because, witches in Dune, I didn't think it was very connected. But then I found out it was like by you guys. How that worked? Tell me about the spice.
That I can't tell you too much about the spice yet.
Tell me a little about the spice.
Okay, I'll tell you a little. I'll tell you a pinch. So
Okay.
Nate, that kind of like came from Nate's brain because he's got many ideas. And he also really likes June. So it was almost around the time when we inscribed the It's a Full Moon. We also, when we made It's a Full Moon, he also did Spice Melange, and we weren't like 100% sure yet what we were going to do with it, but it just went really well with the name. And then we had some plans for it. It's not, let's just say it's not like limited to the witches. We have plans for it in the future that is going to involve other Ordinals collections as well, not just ours. I mean, like already, like Ordinals collections that already exist can kind of use Spice Melange in the future. And we honestly weren't prepared to announce any of it yet. So I was in a Discord one evening, and then I just saw this random message. I'm just like scrolling, I'm just in a general chat. There's this random message. Someone literally just said nothing apart from Spice Melange. And I'm like, what? How did this person find out about it? And then the person sent like a screenshot of the Twitter, because we have like a Twitter profile for it. And I followed it, and also the witches Twitter followed it as well.
You did not cover your tracks properly,
know.
Teresa. How did he find? That was very obvious. That was a rookie mistake.
I know. We just didn't expect, people
to be stalking you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, here I literally just stalked you on your Twitter
I know.
I found out about everything.
Yeah. So then we were like, okay, so we kind of like have to announce it, and we didn't do like a completely understandable announcement, really. We just made it quite mysterious. But people, obviously, we actually said to not consume the spice. But people obviously
will consume the spice. Everyone had blue eyes out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy, huh? Like some magical stuff happening there. So that,
blue
so Spice
Melange.
Yeah. So Spice Melange, it kind of, it just took off as well. It minted out, because it was, I don't remember like how much had been minted, how much, when people found out about it, but not like that much. And then within, I think 2 days after the announcement, within a day of the announcement, I think it just got minted out as well. And it was
the power of Teresa.
Right. It's my magic. I put a spell on.
Yeah, it was a blue moon.
Yeah. So then we had like 2, and that was so crazy because it was already crazy having It's a Full Moon being like a trending rune, and we were all just like, I just couldn't believe it. And then the same thing happened with Spice Melange, and I remember because the time zone we are in, Nate and I are in. We're in Europe, and so we normally would sleep during the night when people in America are active. But right now I'm just busy with preparing for the mint, so I don't sleep anyway. But back then, so a few weeks ago, I just couldn't sleep because I was so excited with what's happening. I didn't want to go to sleep because I was like, oh my god, like I was just constantly looking at the runes, and it was just like it always happened during the night. And I would text the team group chat, and I'd be like, oh my god, I cannot believe you're missing this. Like, look what's happening. And they're just asleep. And I'm just like, just like, oh my god, so excited. Basically just shaking because I can't believe it. Like, what is happening? It's still everything, all of it is still so surreal.
It's like, it feels like whenever something important happens, you're sleeping. It's like you're controlling shit from your dreams, man.
Yeah, and this is why I don't want to go to sleep anymore now. This is why I just stay awake last night.
Well, your dreams are way too powerful. That's why I work 19 hours a day.
Yeah, exactly. Last night I actually only slept like 2 hours. And I'm not kidding, I actually did only
Amazing.
sleep 2 hours.
Amazing. Low sleep gang.
Yeah,
I
well,
dig.
for now, because
No,
obviously we are
no.
approaching the launch of our collection. So
Yeah, and then you gotta sleep a lot to control the fabric of reality through your dreams.
exactly.
Okay, so so I'm gonna open up. I already asked a boatload of questions, so poor old Theresa here, and I wanted to see if the community has anything they wanted to ask to you. Probably 5 questions should be enough because there's a lot of people in here. So if anyone
Yeah,
wants to ask anything, you can just raise your hands.
but please,
Only
no
this.
questions about whitelist or collabs.
Yeah. So Theresa, about the whitelist and collapse.
Sorry, I've got another
Yeah.
appointment. I
So
need to
if
leave the
anyone
space.
wants to say anything, God damn it. So if anyone wants to ask a question, yeah, owner of Arm Ordinals. All right, I'm gonna invite you up so you can ask Theresa a question. But if I hear whitelist or collabs, I will kick you. I'm just kidding. I'm not that evil. All right, I invited you up, Arm. You can ask your questions. And source one, I'm gonna invite everyone over, and I trust you people to have turns. The first one is source, then no, first one is Arm, then source. All right, inviting you guys up. You guys should be able to join the speakers now. I can't. My space is kind of glitched. Are they up here or not? Or are they making me wait?
It doesn't look like it. It just says, for me, it just says requested. Well, actually, wait,
Oh my
can I
god.
do that because I'm a co-host? Actually, I can do it, can't I?
Yeah, you can. I did it, but they're not. I guess they only come up if it's you asking.
Because I've got the
Arm,
powers
Arm
from the
already
High Witch.
invited you, Arm.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Use your
You hear
witch
me, huh?
powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Who's speaking?
what
Arm?
is going on, guys? Hello,
Hey,
runesland.
GM, Arm.
Hello, Teresa, and hello,
GM.
Jason.
Hi.
Hello.
Teresa,
Hey.
my question is about whitelist. I'm kidding. Okay, no, it's not about that.
All right, kick him.
I have a very hard question, but I would like you to answer. So there are a
Oh
lot,
no.
lot of rumors about the mint price of your project. You said it will be affordable.
Oh.
How affordable it will be?
Yeah, I can't like, because obviously we haven't announced it yet, but we are considering, how the market is looking at the moment. And we do want, we want everyone to like be able to afford it. I can't really tell you numbers right now, but we are literally gonna like announce it within the next days, obviously, because we are so close to mint. We have gotten a lot of feedback from people who have been in the space for ages, who've got a lot of experience because we've made like some awesome connections. So, we've got like literally like a team of advisors basically that help us with this kind of stuff. And then we also have people who have launched collections successfully.
Yeah.
And also we've got our OGs that have been in the project literally since the beginning, and we've asked them for feedback as well. We are always in the Discord reading your guys' conversations and seeing the speculations about the mint price and what people are saying, how much they are willing to pay. And so we are, taking all of that into consideration, because we do want the project to succeed. We want the project to, we want to do what's best for the project and what's best for the community, because at the end of the day, it's the community that it's all about. So, you can count on us for like making a reasonable decision.
Teresa, you're a good girl. Don't let us down, please. Have a nice day.
I'll try. Have a nice day too.
Okay. Are you satisfied with her answer, Arm?
Yes, my dear, answers was perfect. Thank you very much. It
Okay.
was a pleasure to speak with you
Okay.
guys.
Okay. Now, pleasure was all ours. All right. Now it's time for source one dot B to speak.
Hi, Teresa, and how's everybody doing?
GM.
Yeah.
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. I've been following your project for a little while, and I've seen the momentum that it's gained. I guess I have a part one, part two question, but I guess where do you see Taproot Witches, within the next year or 5 years down the line? And then where do you see yourself in Web3 and the crypto space in the future?
The Taproot Witches, yeah. I mean, that's just, I don't know if you've had any of our other spaces. It's just the beginning. I've started saying, because that is literally like the truth. We've been so excited about this project. I have not been able to sleep because of the adrenaline. And this is still like not even the part that we are most excited about because of what we've got planned over the next. We're already working on it. We obviously can't really say too much, but it is going to be like a whole universe, including like a platform. And yeah, I can't really say much, but this is just, it's going to be like a magical ecosystem basically. And yeah, and obviously we want to, the thing is we want to just build like the community, because like I said before, no project is going to succeed without a community. That's what it is about really in crypto. If you think about it, people are just looking to belong and like find like-minded people. I see it in the Discord, people are just like being friends and connecting. I've made some awesome connections with people, and that's what we kind of want to, that's kind of our goal in the long term as well. And me myself, well, I wanna, bring more girls into crypto. And yeah, I mean,
Is Source One's mic bleeding out? Is that it? Is that what's going on? I think we can hear ourselves through your mic. So mute yourself while she's speaking, please. Thank you. All right, go on. Bring more women into crypto.
Yes, I've already, I met a friend on Saturday. I've told her about I've been telling her about the witches for ages. She's just, she's just always so cute. She asked me like, yeah, how's it going with the witches? And I'm like, yeah, the community is like really growing. And she's like, yeah, I don't understand any of it, but I'm like really happy for you. But then I helped her set up a wallet. And she was like, oh, it's actually that easy. And I'm like, so I'm trying to,
yes.
so I'm trying to do that. And I'm quite surprised because I'm not a technical person, but I think it's because of, Nate has explained all of the tech to me, many, many, many times. So now I can actually explain it in like a way where people understand it, people who are not in the space. So I tried to explain it to her. She was actually really interested. She was Googling stuff. It was, I thought it was so cute. So we gained another girl in Bitcoin, and that's my mission, to recruit more girls. But in general, I see myself, just working on loads of things in Bitcoin, loads of art, because I am obviously an illustrator. So I do just, I do want to do lots of more art stuff. And there's gonna be like some like special limited edition things that I'm really looking forward to inscribing, because I am actually, so the witches are actually a little bit of a different art style to what I normally do. I normally do loads of like busy drawings, like I Spy, Search and Find, kind of Where's Waldo, Where's Wally type of drawings. And they are quite, like, they're crazy, they're really cool, they take a lot of work. But I want to kind of bring a collection out that is like that, because I feel like people would love it, because it's quite, it's a lot of work, like I said, but it's quite unique because nothing really like that has done before. So it's, I don't know, I just want to be creative, really. So I was just rambling on for ages, right? But that's why I just see myself in 5 years just being creative and creating, because obviously Bitcoin is just really going to take off, isn't it, in the future? So it's just really exciting to be in the space and to see where it is going to go. And I'm here to stay, no matter if we're in the bull or bear market. So
Yeah. We're in the bear, by the way. Just kidding.
I'm
Okay. I think you said it was a two-parter question, Source One. Is there a second part to this question, or was that it?
That was it. The second part was where she saw herself. So I appreciate your time and everybody's efforts, and thank you again. Looking forward to the Mint.
No, thank you for
Thank
asking.
you.
Thank you for participating, man. Is there anyone else who wants to ask her Theresa Deer a question? Theresa Liebchen? I think they're scanning quickly across the room. Sam D, is that a clap or are you trying to speak? Put a thumbs up if you're trying to speak. Okay, Courage. Courage is trying to speak. And it has a witch profile picture, so right up your
Yeah,
alley.
isn't that like we haven't even launched the collection yet, and people are having which profile pictures? Oh my
They're
god!
already stealing. They're already stealing
Yeah,
your art.
right. I need
I'm
to just
gonna.
quickly say something. Can I just quickly say something? Sorry, but it's just crazy. Like I said, the hype and everything has been insane. Yesterday and today, there's been two people now that have gotten tattoos of the witches
Dude,
permanently
oh
on their
my god,
skin. I can't
permanently.
believe it.
That's
It's
how much
absolutely
you've
mind blowing.
influenced the world, man.
Yeah, it's mind blowing, and seeing my little witch drawings on that it's crazy. Yeah.
I think
Okay,
Madison
sorry.
also wants to speak. Is that it? Madison. Okay, I'm gonna invite her up alongside the one I already invited. It feels like people don't see my invites. I think they only pay attention when you do it.
Yeah,
It's kind of
right.
sad. I feel neglected.
That's just because I've got magic in me.
Yeah, but you're not asleep, so I don't think it works like that, Bucko. Alright, Madison was the first one to accept the invite, so she speaks first. Right, you can ask your question, Madison.
Hi, GM, Ruth
GM.
and
Hi.
Theresa. Thanks for having me up as a speaker. I've been hearing about your journey as an artist and how you got involved with Taproot Wizards as their artist, and that's like really awesome to hear how you kind of just came from like the hard parts and worked your way up. But yeah, I love your story. But okay, so my question was, can you share any info if you guys are thinking about doing anything with like Cat 20 or on Fractal? I don't know if that question's been asked yet, but
Honestly, we haven't really discussed that, just because of we've been just working on the getting the witch out, like our launch. But Nate might be cooking something up. So there is something in the works, but we're not really haven't really been making too many plans, just because of this all just happened while we were trying to prepare for our launch. So yeah, in case Fractal takes off, we are having something happen, but yeah.
In case it takes off.
Yeah, well, we don't know, do we?
yeah, it'll do a little magic.
Yeah.
If you
exactly.
will it, wish it into
I love it.
existence, ma'am.
Yeah, we can all work together with our magic, all of us witches and wizards.
Yeah, we might.
And
Every
wizards.
witch might need like a little cat. So with the
Yeah.
A black and white cat, more specifically. Or completely black. Black and white is just, make the yin yang type of deal.
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you for having me. If that was all.
Okay.
Thanks for your question.
Thanks for joining, Madison. Thanks for your input. I think a lot of people are giving thumbs up. Did they want to speak? Is that what's happening? I can invite two more people up because I did say 5 questions and Madison was the third one. So Sam D, I think, was trying to speak for a long time, and he accepted the invitation, unlike the others, which keep wanting to speak, but they won't accept my invite. So, all right, Sam D, you're up.
Yo, hello everyone.
GM Sam D.
Good day. Teresa, how are you doing? I hope you love the sketch I made for you. Um,
Uh-huh.
well, what I'm trying to say is, I saw on the Discord it said if you had up to I think 10,000 upward up to 24,999, we have whitelist for it. It's a full moon rider, and you said above 25,000 you have a guaranteed mint, right? So my question is,
Yes.
are you using it's a full moon to like back up taproot wishes, or and the other thing is I meant to say is when you mint it, do you like get it's a full moon as rewards, like other run projects back then earlier?
So like you said, yeah, that's correct. So 25 plus K, it's a full moon is a guaranteed whitelist. We've got three stages, that, then the collabs, and then at 3 mint stages, the collabs second mint stage, and obviously our first mint stage is also the OGs in our Discord. Second mint stage would be collabs, and then third mint stage would be people who hold from 1K to 24,999. It's a full moon, and we do have plans for it's a full moon. It does have utility beyond, getting a whitelist spot, because obviously what we were trying to do with the rune, the whole thing, evolved. Now it's like we have quite a few people in our community who discovered the rune first, who discovered it's a full moon first, and then realized it's connected to an Ordinals project. They've normally only been into like meme coins, and then they discovered this is like an Ordinals project, and this is actually not our first Ordinals project, and they're actually excited about it, and so it's their entry into Ordinals, which is just really cool, and we're trying to make that like a new thing, to connect to connect runes and to connect Ordinals. So obviously we also don't want the runes to it's a full moon to just like take a nosedive once the mint is complete. So we recommend holding it's a full moon, because it does have utility beyond the mint.
Oh, okay, thank you. So,
Thank you for the
sorry.
question.
So that means so the other question I'm trying to ask is, once we mint a taproot, which is, I'm saying, do we get it's a full moon as a reward for holding? So that's what I mean.
Well, considering it's a full moon is, we've got loads of holders that are in our community. We don't really, because we did like we didn't do any pre-mine. We had 0%. It was, it was free and fair. We can't really airdrop it's a full moon to anyone,
No
because our holders.
freebies.
Sorry?
No freebies.
No, it's because of obviously our holders. They are the ones that, like the people
Yeah.
in our community, they are the ones that hold it's a full moon. So I don't know, we can't just drain their wallets and
Just
then
ask them nicely for some free runes, guys. If you
Well,
Yeah.
want
I'm just
runes, just
asking.
ask them a little bit.
I know it's not compulsory we get it for free, so I'm just asking, just a
Yeah,
curious
yeah, yeah.
question.
It's just a joke. Don't worry. So, thanks for the two questions, Sam D. We've already been speaking for over an hour. I think it's time to let everyone rest, and especially Teresa. I will gonna thank all of you for joining today, and thank all of you for your questions. I'm sorry that not everyone could speak, but we had a lot of ground to cover today, so it was very difficult to fit everything in. I had to force myself to stop asking Teresa questions to give a chance for you guys. So thank you for showing up today, Therese. Thanks for being so receptive. And we can definitely see the appeal of the project talking to you, and you lead the project very nicely along with your team. So
Thank
thank
you.
you again for joining, and thanks for your presence. And we really dig your personality.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun talking to you.
All right.
Thank you.
So that's it. That's the end of the spaces. We've had the Taproot Witches. And goodbye, my friends, and remember, relax. It's only magic. Bye bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.